his brother who actually goes out and seeks him out, and so him and his brother are kind of reoccurring villains in the Clone Wars, and I think his brother ends up getting a cybernetic arm, but
cybernetic arm for you, cybernetic leg for you.
Yeah, right.
Everyone gets everything.
And then so that kind of goes on. But by the end of the Clone Wars, Darth Sidious ends up saying that Maul has been replaced, and he ends up killing Maul's brother.
Wow.
But then he still leaves him alive because he's like, well, I have bigger plans for you down the road. And then in Rebels, you see an aged Darth Maul who still has it out for Obi-Wan, but is trying to help the Rebels because he doesn't even call himself Darth anymore. He's given up to Sith, but he's really, again, playing both sides for his own ends. So, like, if I didn't know all of that because of the cartoons, it would have been an even bigger mind.
Oh yeah, it would have been me. I think for me, it's like I was shocked that I was shocked that he was there. Two, right. I was shocked that he can talk, because it's like you never heard him talk in episode 1, 2.
So the sneaky part of that is the voice you hear isn't Ray Park. It's actually the voice actor from the cartoons. So, but it was Ray Park who played him in the movie. So
okay, right. That's cool.
So that way it was Ray Park who I guess returned to the character. It's just it wasn't his voice.
So I guess if Solo does get a sequel, which right now it's kind of up in the air. There was a scene, obviously his scene. It was more with him and Kira. So what do you guys think? Like, what do you think are like the theories behind kind of what's going to happen? With Kira and with Darth Maul, is there going to be something that happens there in terms of any sort of alliance, or is she going to take over the Crimson Dawn as the new leader? Like, what do you guys think?
I think she's essentially taking Dryden Voss's place. Like and that's what Beckett was saying to Solo. It's like she has so many secrets that even though you grew up with this girl and you love this girl, you don't know what she's capable of, and she's a survivor.
Well, if she's going to be anything like Daenerys Targaryen, she's not going to be that great of a leader, sorry.
Oh, no.
Whoa, we're crossing franchises.
So I guess
how come you didn't say that she was Sarah Connor? She was also that, too.
God, does she ruin every franchise?
No, I thought she was good in Terminator Genesis.
Yeah, it wasn't her fault.
It wasn't her fault.
You know what? She was all right in Solo. I will give her that. I think it's just my annoyance with her as Dany Targaryen. I'm just kind of like, girl, just don't.
She was perfectly fine as Kira, and she played her with the perfect balance of sultriness, and she could kill you at any moment. Sort of. Like it was I liked it for it to be a completely brand new character too, because it was one that wasn't in the lore at any other stage. They've now added her to certain things afterwards, but yeah, it was a good character. For his first love interest to kind of teach him about getting stabbed in the back, she was great.
So in terms of kind of our last points, what did you guys think of the movie? I think for me, I liked it. I could give it a second watch and kind of, look at it from a different lens, because I think the first time I watched it, I was watching it as a Han Solo movie, as Han Solo Harrison Ford movie. So maybe if I look at it as a Han Solo, kind of give Alden and that guy a try. Yeah. Maybe I might like it better. Who knows? But I mean, what did you guys think of the movie? Would you watch it again? Would you recommend it to your friends?
I mean, I'd recommend it. It's not that the movie's bad or unwatchable or anything like that. It's a solid movie. I just feel like for me, and if I was to give it a rating, it'd be a lot harder, because I just think my judgment is kind of clouded at this point. I just have all the backlash from Last Jedi right now, and I just can't I can't commit to the movie.
Do you think that maybe if the movie was released at a different time, maybe either later on in the year or the following year, do you think that it might have made a difference for you, because it would have given you enough?
I think if you released this movie in August, it maybe would have done a bit better in the box office. It would have given people a couple months more time to A, forget about Infinity War, B, forget about The Last Jedi, and because this was a good palate cleanser for those that missed all of the tropes that Star Wars has, and just being in a fun movie, because that's what I always describe to people. like if they ask me, should you see it? I'm like, it's a fun movie. If you want to just go and have fun with a Star Wars film that you don't have to think about too hard, there are some things that they set up, and there's some threads that you could explore later on. And if you're a hardcore enough fan, you will. But it's a movie where all the dots are connected and they wrap it up in a nice little bow by the end. And sometimes that's just what you want. For an origin movie, that was completely fine.
So do you guys think that it should have been a movie, or do you guys think that maybe it would have been better explored as a different medium? Because I mean, like, Star Wars is just kind of dominating comic books and TV shows right now and novels. So do you think, would you guys have been more interested in the story had it been another type of medium other than the movie?
I'm not sure, because the TV show apparently is going to take place 7 years after the Return of the Jedi. So I think that kind of fits that era, because people were like, well, what happens between The Force Awakens and Return of the Jedi? Well, the TV show is going to explore that. So, like, like I was saying at the beginning, like, you didn't have to do a solo movie. I understand why they would want to, because it's such a popular character, and if you're going to eventually get a Boba Fett movie and people are clamoring for a Yoda movie, like, I don't know who's...
Give me all Obi-Wan. The Yoda.
Right. So it makes sense that you would do a solo movie, but it's such a character that no matter what you did, someone was going to get upset. Like, there was no way to make everyone happy. So
I think this one was I think the reception to this one was still a lot better than The Last Jedi, for sure. Because at least this one, you didn't walk out and just be like, ugh. I think you're just like, I mean, I could watch it again, but I think for me, The Last Jedi was just kind of unbearable. And
yeah, well, that was like a franchise killer for me.
This is a good Saturday afternoon movie. Like, it'll be on Showcase or something like that.
Yeah, it's a nice light watch.
Yeah, it's a nice light watch. You can watch with your parents and be like, oh, I enjoyed that. Like, it's that sort of movie.
All right, so you guys heard it. If you guys are ever, blank in terms of what movie to watch on a Saturday afternoon with your parents on Showcase,
like family time.
Solo, a Star Wars story would be the perfect one to watch. Anyways, signing off from Comics Inc., this is Cyrille.
Geoff.
Shane.
All right, see you guys soon.
Do you want to hear more from Comics Inc.? Show us some love. Patreon.com/Comics Inc. See you soon.